I now know the meaning of painstakingly. The true meaning. So I'm out here deadheading my zinnias that are just about to bloom. I've been waiting all summer. I planted them by seed, and anyhow, they've gone through a lot to be here. Let's just say that. And now, Kitty. Hey, Kitty. 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 Look at me when I'm talking to you, Kitty. That is not a way through. Okay. Anyhow, this is my front garden in my parking strip. And it's been a little bit of a labor of love. Anyhow, so the zinnias have come up sporadically. I have, this has partially been like an experiment on lighting since I'm at my new place, my forever place. I've been testing out the sun and the shade in this front area, but I've been dreaming about it for a long time, so I kind of knew some of the challenges before I got here. But anyhow, I just want to show you the trees. They're so beautiful. There's my house in there inside of the trees. And this is my neighbor Brenda's house. Anyhow, so I planted a garden, and I've planted dichondra, which I've been wanting to plant probably, well, let's put it this way. I've been wanting to plant dichondra since Utah was a zone 5. And I remember having the faith that one day we would be to a zone 7 with global warming and, you know, the second coming and all of that, you know, rapture. Anyhow, this is dichondra. It will only grow in the zone 7. It prefers a zone 8 and beyond. But anyhow, I must be to that part of the prophecy of my life when I was able to plant dichondra in Utah. So I was pretty right on with the planting time, with the season and the first frost, Mother's Day. But I immediately planted them after that, is the best of my memory. Anyhow, so I can't wait to see it. The nice thing about it is, well, it takes a bit of water to get it going. It takes about 14 days to sprout. But with watering and all of that. This kind came with the blue clay protector over it. It's like a water maintainer. It helps the seed keep humid. The only thing that's bad about it is that it's a layer of clay over the seed, so it slows the propagation because it blocks the light out that much more, you know. The cool benefit of it is because it's covered in blue colored clay, you can see where it gathers when you throw it, so you can get a more even distribution. I would prefer sans clay. Anyhow, the back has, and throughout my property, I planted millet, which is a nitrogen fixer. Kitty, what did I tell you? Kitty, what did I tell you? That's not a bathroom. This is a lovely pine cone infused landscaping element. It's not a place for you to smell and then poo on. Anyhow, the raccoons were out today. Because it's overcast, I think. So anyhow, I'm telling you about this story because I wanted to tell you about what deadheading my beautiful zinnias means to me and how I relate it to the Savior and the sacrifice and sacrifice of the firstborn, and how that relates, how deadheading my zinnias relates to the Savior. So basically, this has been a labor of love, and it's working out. I guess the seeds are coming up as they will. Anyhow, the zinnias are just about to flower, and I had faith in what I know to be true, that when the firstborn bud of a plant arises, it has the potential to be perfect in every way. And beautiful and glorious and cared for and sought after. However, if I pluck the firstborn fruit of my flowering future, well, it's a fruit to me. But when I pluck the first flower bud and cut it off, physically, but not spiritually, it will force all of its potential goodness to be spread throughout the plant to all of the other flowers from here on out. Well, it won't force them, but they will be abundantly available. Sorry, I think I have a little bit of a rock in my foot. Yep. So, it's very difficult to be to this point where the flowers are just begging to be born, and you pick the first one off and you cast it away. Well, or you give it to your neighbor. Which I gave my flowers to. I gave our flowers to Brenda. These are the other ones. So this video would have been a little bit more dramatic. At least I gave the firstborn to my neighbor Brenda. Anyhow, this one kind of resembles, this is a smaller one, but they were actually more developed than this one. And this one looks like it is going to be pink and yellow, I think. Or mostly just pink. But there's a little yellow. But sometimes that yellow comes from what the plant's going to have in it. And sometimes it's just because it's like a new green thing coming out. I'm going to go for pink and yellow. Anyhow, and so the firstborn son comes to earth. Perfect in every way. With no sins to rectify, with nothing but, well, with everything, and with wisdom and innocence. It's plucked off. So that its sacrifice will bring glory to the rest of the plant, the rest of the flowers. So it kind of helps me understand the, maybe the confusions that the Israelites faced when they were introduced to Jesus, and also with the disciples' stumblings when commanded to give up sacrifice of animals and of burnt offerings. The firstborn animal, unblemished, unridden by man, and cared for, and loved, to be offered as a sacrifice, no more. Because with the coming of Christ, his sacrifice for us all is reaffirmed in the flowers. So when you deadhead your flowers or things that aren't serving you in your life, remember the sacrifice of Christ. And look for assurance of his sacrifice and the truth of it all in the flowers, among other things. This is the little cage I made out of corkscrew willow to cover the corner so that people and dogs don't accidentally step on the zinnias. There they are, hiding. There is the basket. Anyhow, and it even works with all your other plants, like your peas and your beans and your corn. Everything. If you pluck off the beginning of the fruit, flower, others will grow in abundance. And that does not mean that weeds will not grow. Okay, now I'm being preachy. These are goat heads. The best way to work with goat heads that I found is get them young and just, you can put your hand underneath them like it's a hair, like a ponytail that you're trying to gather, and you won't get stung if you get them young enough. Or if some of the goat heads are still a little green, they're not always as pokey at first, but they're still pokey. But this one looks like its co-host, its partner in crime, is the crabgrass. But I'm doing something with crabgrass, so I'm allowing this one to stay. Or it's allowing me to allow it to stay. But anyhow, I'm weaving through the crabgrass to get to the root of Boy, that one is really in there. It's like a symbiotic relationship, the crabgrass and the goat heads. Then I just throw it in there and let it rot and feed everything else. Ponytail swipe. Backhand pick. Ponytail swipe. Ponytail swipe. Ponytail swipe. And pluck. And cast away. By the way, the ponytail swipe always helps you find the root of the problem. Ponytail swipe. Ponytail swipe. Ponytail swipe. I busted part of it, but pretty much most of it's gone, so I don't think that one's coming back. Okay, I need to have a little longer ponytail swipe than just... You have to ponytail swipe a few times. It's kind of like what I've been learning in dental. It's like they kind of scrape the dentist kind of when they're removing the tooth, they kind of scrape at the fibers a little bit to get it to separate from the jaw. Anyhow, that's a different story, but if you do the ponytail swipe, it will help you find the core of the plant and the root, and then you can pull it out easier. And if you get the goat heads early, then you can get at the whole root. Isn't it also very convenient that goat heads cause so much pain? And we feared them so much. See, I didn't do the ponytail swipe, so I had to go down deeper for it. So, interesting comparison of goat heads and goats. Just a ponytail swirl and a bullet. There were two, and one was a. Oh, I guess some of the crabgrass is going. I just want to try crabgrass because I think it's cute. And I don't know why people don't like it. I mean, it's not as comfortable to sit on, but it lasts through the drought. And it keeps moisture in the ground. Oh, I'm ponytail picking. This one is like a little girl sitting at the milk shop, twirling her ponytail and sipping on milk. And then pluck. All I'm saying is weeding doesn't have to be a chore. It can be a cathartic release. See, it's hard to come up, but if I do the ponytail twist, and I'm not twisting the base, I'm twisting the hair, or I mean the plant. Like the base stays where it's at. I mean, sometimes it'll twist, but basically I'm just twisting the plant. And then I go down to the base. The twisting of the plant has caused, like, you to find this pure, true center. And then you just kind of put your finger below it, like that. Your index finger below it. I don't know if you can see that. See my finger down there? Hello! So you put your finger below it, your index finger below it, right next to the root. And then you take your thumb and get below your index finger. I don't know if you can see that, but basically your thumb kind of becomes the lever and your finger becomes the fulcrum, and then you just rock it back. So it's not a pulling weeds, it's a lesson in pressure and force. I don't know the rest of them. Anyhow. So I go back to the ponytail. Twisting of the weeds. And then I rock it back. By the way, you really don't have to get all of the main root when you do these. You just want to get, I would say, at least Probably the last third can stay, but the 2/3 will go.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
See, even without doing the ponytail, I got 2/3 of it out. Okay, so see, if you get them young, it's even easier. That's why it's important to teach your kids the gospel when they're little. You can either give them a root or uproot them. It's up to you. These are the things I think about that plague my existence and brighten my day eventually. Are these ones trying to deceive me that they're not goat heads? I think they are. I don't know if you noticed, but that woman that just walked past me was smoking and had some papers in her hand, and looks like she's not in a very good mood. She walked past me and she despised me. When she walked past, she went, ugh. I don't know if you're supposed to deadhead. Sunflowers. I guess I have to look that up. I hope not. I don't think so. They seem to be like a single. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up. Okay. So, that was my story. Hope you like it. If you don't, screw you. Just kidding. If you don't like it, that's alright. If you do, well, good for you. If you don't, I don't blame you.